You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, General Hospital fans, I've got your 2-week spoilers for March 31st all the way through April 11th. We're going to talk about Maxie pushing, Jason sparking, and Lucky being terribly scared. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. Let's get started. If you're not following us, please click that subscribe button. On Monday, March 31st, we have Kai opening up to Trina. Now, he has big news to tell her about because of the elective surgery, the experimental surgery that Drew has offered to cover the cost of. And, you know, he's trying to make it sound like it's part of his pediatric initiative. But anybody that Drew can pull close that has popular public opinion, that's what he's going to do because everybody thinks he's so horrible. So Kai may want some advice from Trina on how to proceed with Drew. And Molly heads over with Cody they arrive at Charlie's pub. And she wonders laughingly if it's a good idea for him to be there, you know, since the last time he was there, he punched Lucky and wound up arrested. But then the day takes a big turn when Molly gets horrible news. Her dad, Ric, has been seriously injured in a car crash. And of course, it'll be a little while longer before she knows it's her sister's fault. Meanwhile, Lucky is trying to get to Elizabeth at the crash site. He had talked to Kristina, who of course is on hand for the crash because she was checking out her handiwork and starting to have some regrets, and they're trying to get them out. Kristina is freaking out, walking around looking horrified. She sees that her sister's dad, Ric, is unconscious behind the wheel. He has a serious looking head wound. He's bleeding, so this is bad. And then Mac and Anna have a talk, and he is showing her a PCPD file and thinks this might change her mind on something. I wonder if it's about Valentine, Sonny. It could be about the brake lines on Ric's car. I think that'd be pretty fast for that, though. Drew thinks that he has been betrayed by someone and makes a call to get something done and doesn't care how. So I wonder if Tracy was able to wiggle Ezra Boyle out of the way, and maybe he's not going to help. Emma opens up to her grandma, Anna, after Emma has some time with Tracy with the whole Quartermaine chain thing, and Anna is ready to cut the chains off, but I can't imagine they're going to bulldoze that crypt, right? Sonny and Jason are up in Canada, and their mission goes off the rails. They're trying to get the info from the hitman on who sent him with the bomb to blow up Sonny's apartment and who nearly killed Michael. But things are going to go awry, and it looks like the guy either gets away or does something, and they have to kill him, and then they won't get the info. But Sonny reassures Jason that he doesn't think that the trail is entirely cold yet, and he has an idea on where to look next for the identity of the bomber. On Tuesday, April 1st, this is no joke despite the date. There's a very special episode for the 62nd anniversary of General Hospital. They are opening up a beautiful new set, the Dr. Monica Quartermaine Cardiac Care Wing, and it's going to have a brand new memorial wall with pictures of all the past doctors and nurses. And just by the way, this is not the death episode for Monica. Obviously, Leslie Charleson will not be there. They had already written this episode before she passed away, but they hadn't filmed it yet. So with Leslie passing away, obviously she couldn't be in the scene, but we're going to get a whole separate storyline arc on Monica's death and a full-scale funeral and memorial. But in this episode, they're still going to be pretending that Monica is alive. And since they couldn't have Leslie Charleson there, they are instead heavily featuring veteran actress Jeannie Francis. The Laura Spencer actress has been on the show, you know, since the 70s. So she will be taking point on this. And Ned and Tracy are there on hand, and they're going to spend some time looking at Alan's photo and talking about family. On Wednesday, April 2nd, Diane interviews somebody. Maybe she needs a replacement lawyer while Alexis takes some time away to deal with this mess Kristina has made. We'll see. And Sasha issues a warning to someone and Sonny has dinner with Laura. And I wonder if Laura is at some point going to realize she needs to distance herself from Sonny because he is compromising her ability to be a good leader because people are starting to doubt her. Brennan and Carly agree about something, maybe about moving forward in their relationship. And Maxie is pushing Lucas. And I think it's about getting in touch with handsome Marco, who will be in Port Charles soon because he's Natalia's son and possibly Sidwell's son. We also have Jason and Lucas having a serious discussion this week in the waiting room at GH, and they may be discussing Liz's injuries from the car crash. Thursday, April 3rd, Portia has had enough and put her foot down. Sounds like it's probably with Drew, but if she does, he may double down on the blackmail. Sasha and Jason have a sweet sort of moment on Thursday. Are sparks about to fly? And Natalia and Sidwell are bickering, and Natalia has some strong and harsh things to say to her ex-husband. Jocelyn is suspicious of something on Thursday, and she has FaceTime with her agent, her trainer agent, Vaughn, and we're going to find out what her fate is this week. And Carly puts Lucas on the spot, and this might be about Marco. We'll see. Friday, April 4th, we're going to wind up week 1 with Jocelyn finding out if she made the cut. Is she going to be a WSB agent or not? I'm assuming she will be. And somebody interrupts Kai and Trina, maybe while they're canoodling. Ava gets some shocking news. I'm assuming by then she already knows about Ric's accident, so the shocking news may be that the brake lines were cut, and they start doing the math on realizing that she was the target because Ric's car was parked in her spot. Carly and Jason try and figure out how to handle their differences of opinion, and Drew is back to bickering with Curtis. Heading into the week of April 7th through the 11th, we'll have more of Curtis and Drew hurling accusations at each other, and Portia and Nina really need to come up with a way to shut Drew down and do it fast, or else this whole deal with Portia and Drew blackmailing her and her trying to keep Curtis in the dark again, which she knows is a bad idea, is all going to come back around and bite her in the butt. Next week, in week 2, we are going to have Jocelyn starting as an official WSB agent, it looks like. Looks like she is, I don't know if they get a badge since they're secret agents. I'm assuming they do, but you can't do anything with it. She's about to be living a double life as a spy and hiding things from her mom, Carly. Trina and Kai's romance keeps sizzling and spiraling into this real little cute romance thing. Ava is still reeling from the shock that someone tried to kill her, and the dots surely can be connected very rapidly back to Kristina. So we'll see, because this is going to be a big mess for Sonny and Alexis to have to clean up, and Ava is not going to let it go, not by any means. We also have Risa Dorkin back these 2 weeks as Nurse Amy Driscoll, because we're going to have more hospital scenes because of Ric and Liz's injuries, and we will see the last of the hitman Zelensky. I swear I thought they were saying the president of Ukraine, Zelensky, when I was hearing his name. I was like, what? Did they intentionally make it sound like the Ukrainian guy? It was just really bizarre. Remember that Rena Sofer is going to be gone until May sweeps, so she is off. And we're also going to have scenes in the coming week with Cassandra James as Terry Randolph. And of course, she'll be around because Liz got hurt, and Liz is a really good friend of hers.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.